So today is just like any other day. It's a day, but it's nice and sunny out and warm. So today, gonna go ahead and give the Cutlass's engine a good cleaning. I already got most of the stuff that I need. Now I gotta get a few more things. Basically, I need to look in here, get a brush or two, because it's a lot more dirt and grime that I have more than anything else. I know I don't want to use my soft bristle brushes because I'm gonna need those. I got some other tools around here somewhere, but it needs to be cleaned up a little bit. It definitely needs to be taken care of. And some of these brushes, they just ain't gonna work. And to be honest, I have no clue where this brush is. I can get away with the brush, the one little things that I found, but this one brush that I'm specifically looking for is still like the soft bristle brushes, like these ones. You know, get my camera acting up. It's the same thing as these ones here, but it's got a stiffer bristle, as these are for like cleaning, you know, your vents and stuff like that on the interior. I really don't want to use that. So it looks like I will be improvising on what I'll be using. I really gotta find that brush. I'd rather be using that than not knowing what I want to be using anyway for the car, or for the engine at least. I know it's got to be somewhere, but well, I do what I can with what I got, because getting this cleaned off as best I can is what my priority is going to be. Reset the choke so I can at least have that covered up as much as possible. I don't have anything that I know of offhand that I can use to cover that, so I'm just going to go ahead and just be careful. I'm not going to spray water on it at, you know, full blast, but you know, if I had a brush, the brush I'm looking for, it could clean up some of this gunk stuff, you know, and this stuff down in here better around the valve covers. But the brushes that I do have, these ones right here, they will work just fine. So what we'll go ahead and do is started with what I have and do what we can with what we got, because no use in just letting it sit here, because working on a clean engine in engine bay, it makes it easier to work on all the time. So I'm not going to bother heating it up and warming stuff up, because most of the stuff is loose anyway. I would vacuum the engine bay out, but there's not a lot of loose stuff in there. It's mainly a lot of built up stuff a little bit when it comes to the dirt, oil and grease, and neglect from being cleaned over the years and stuff like that. So I'm gonna use some purple power at first. That's backwards. But anyway, purple power at first, and then once we are done with using this, let this soak for a few minutes, spray everything down really good, spray everything in here really good, get it everywhere it needs to be, you know, firewall, fenders, everything, get it all looking good. I mean, granted, not going to get much looking the best, because pollen season is here now, and that's going to come back, but that's not the goal of this whole thing. So want the inside of this to at least look like a nice new bay, or you know, as close as you're going to get it to for now. And then once it's cleaned up and looking good, we will be able to, well, enjoy working on it a little bit more. Not everybody likes getting old grease and dirt all over their hands. So for now, I'm gonna do this, get some stuff. I'll come back after I get this sprayed down and let it sit for a while, and we will get into some scrubbing. Okay, so I went ahead and decided on the sacrificial brush. Since basically all I'm doing is scrubbing around on the stuff, here, just trying to loosen up a lot of the stuff. So when I use the hose to spray it down, it'll mainly wash it away. But this is doing a pretty good job so far of cleaning it up. The Purple Power itself, I mean, really just from sitting for the few minutes it has done a great job. So I'm just going to use this brush to agitate more stuff and try to see if we can get some more of the numbers and everything else to show. Let's see, move that vacuum line around. But I'm not going to try to get everything highly detailed. Just try to get it cleaned up. See some more. I guess the intake is just that dirty. The intake manifold is just that dirty that it's not going to be blue anymore, or it's stripped of all the blue. There's some blue spots still on it, but probably not like it used to be. Uh-oh. There we go. I'm still figuring out this gimbal, so forgive me. Even though that is a lot of water on there, that still looks so much better. My goodness. Man, you can see the firing order even better back there. You got some numbers on the intakes. Probably see that. You probably would be able to see. Yep. 2, 6. That's probably 8 right there. Number 4 right. Yep, there's number 4. I was looking too far over. All those are showing up. Man. bit of cleaning, 5 minutes worth of work. Let's see if the windshield wipers work. Well, they turn on. They don't exactly do a good job, but they turn on at least. Well, at least they work. I just gotta get new blades from them, but car's not driving yet, and if I do go to drive it, even if it's for a short trip, like from here to down the street or whatever for the day, I could just clean the windshield off myself before I go anywhere or do anything. So a minor inconvenience to buying new wiper blades and knowing how long they're going to sit before I ever use them again, and letting them dry rot and everything else. They dried up, and it's not too bad. I mean, you can look out of it if you really absolutely had to, but I don't think I would want to. Oop, here we go with the revs. Wonder if my oil pressure sensor is going bad. Oh, it doesn't want to do it now. Around and max itself out. I thought the potentiometer was bad inside, but now it seems to be reading correctly, so who knows what's going on with it. Old cars, old parts, you know. So, but let's take a look. She did when it first came out here. The water's evaporating on its own pretty good, so not worried about that. I'll just leave it. It's not going to cause no harm. So I'm going to go ahead and finish taking out the interior pieces, put the hood back on, and leave under the hood alone and call it a day. Because I really have no parts to change and install. Give somebody a call here to see if they can help me out with tuning up this engine a little bit when it comes down to the timing and the carburetor, to make sure it's as good as it can get. But other than that, I will thank you all for watching. I will see you all later, and have a good one.